OK. The question is, was it just another bloody nose, as they always claim these by-elections are when they lose, or is it a sign of something else, what happened in Glasgow East last night? Let's hear what you have to say.
OK, well, our first caller is a Labour supporter. It's Steve on line 2.
Morning, Steve.
Morning, Matthew.
So you're the one, then, are you?
Yeah. Can I say that Lowry is absolutely spot on?
Go on.
Absolutely spot on. We feel absolutely abandoned and betrayed by New Labour. Where the Conservative government do everything they can to make their supporters richer, New Labour impoverishes us. Their taxation is bordering on criminal now. I am literally barely surviving now.
So you think the election last night was more than a bloody nose than the by-election? It's a sign of something more.
I want them to go. I stayed up last night watching this result, and it reminded me when I stayed up all night watching the Conservatives going. I'm Labour through and through, and I just want this government to go.
But, Steve, if you're a traditional Labour voter and you feel abandoned by Labour, would you vote Tory?
No, never.
So who are you going to vote for, yeah?
There is no one to vote for. No one represents the working class anymore. We have been abandoned by the political class. We have been left to rot.
I tell you what, I hope Gordon Brown's listening to you, Steve. Thank you very much for the call. Let's have another.
OK, let's go to Tony on line 1.
Tony, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, it's not that, Tony. Good. What happened last night, Tony?
Well, I think it's the kiss of death for the Labour Party and Gordon Brown. There's no doubt about it.
No, there's no one there you think that can reverse this tide of fortune?
No, I don't. I think they're completely finished. I think when you actually see the fact that most of the British government are Scots, I think it's even more of a ironic, really, that they've been voted out. I support the SNP 100%. Well done to them, because the sooner they get independence, the sooner they stop whinging and living off of our taxes. So I hope,
Tony, it was a two-way street. You've got to remember we ripped them off for the North Sea oil and gas first of all, you know?
That's ours. The North Sea oil's ours. It's only the Scots that think it's theirs.
Quid pro quo. Thank you for that. Let's have another.
Next call is from Edinburgh. It's Samantha on line 3.
Samantha, what's happening up in Scotland?
Hi there. Hi there, Matthew. Well, actually, to be honest with you, I don't think the East End of Glasgow is a representation of the rest of Scotland. Personally, I don't think the SNP are up to standard. But the majority of the people, the 42% that actually voted yesterday, they're law-abiding and working-class, working citizens. But the rest of them are pretty much soap dodgers and social security scroungers. I feel that Gordon Brown's taken a bit of a fall there, purely because they brought in these rules that are extending them back to work. And I really feel that it's not been fair on Gordon Brown. I mean, I'm not a Labour supporter by no means, but I really feel that it's not a representation. As far as Alex Salmond's concerned, he couldn't lead his nose anywhere, let alone lead a country.
I hadn't entertained the idea that you're saying that the backlash is actually because the Labour policies, the policies, rather than the ones that they hadn't thought things through, like 10p tax, which I think they clearly hadn't thought through, the policies they've actually thought through about putting an end to people, drugs on the dole, long-term unemployed, getting people back to work, getting mums back to work. You think it's the policies themselves that are proving a big turn-off?
Well, I feel that people have sort of they've turned off to Labour. I mean, it was a stronghold. The East End of Glasgow was a stronghold.
Yeah.
It's pure. It's not a representation of Scotland by no means. I mean, basically, if you ask working people in Scotland, they don't want the SNP to come in, because basically they're fueling the fire against England and stuff like that. And what's the point in actually having us all separate? Because really, at the end of the day, we are one country. We should be standing up against the world and not standing up against each other.
I like the cut of your jib, Samantha. Thank you very much for the call. Thank you very much for the call. Cause for thought, thank you. After the ads, maybe a lighter discussion, I don't know. Actually, Winehouse waxwork, what do you think of it? Does the troubled singer one deserve to be immortalised by Madame Tussauds? I actually think she does, but the new dummy, I think it's fair to say, does look a lot healthier than Amy does in real life. So is Tussauds guilty of putting a spin on things, of rewriting history to cash in on her fame? 0207 173 5555 is the number for your calls. Does self-harm, scars, bloody toes and signs of drug abuse have no place on a waxwork pop star that's going to be viewed by children? I thought the dummies were supposed to look just like the real thing, so should they? Your calls after the ads.
Which of these controversial figures has been immortalised in wax at Madame Tussauds? Is it Saddam Hussein, Adolf Hitler or George W. Bush?